Once again here at the Cummer Museum of Art and Gardens in Jacksonville, Florida, my hometown. Art museum, if you're ever in the area, make it a point to stop on by. Late night hours, Tuesday and Friday, open till 9, free admission. Here's a real gem of the permanent collection. Henry Ossawa Tanner, Midday, Tangiers from 1912. Henry Ossawa Tanner, a black artist who was born in 1859, American artist, so he was born during slavery. Henry Ossawa Tanner was the first star professional black artist, I guess you could say, the first real prominent black artist in America, and he traveled all over the world. Here we have a picture of Tangiers, Midday, Tangiers, and one of the things I love about this painting is, boy, he really takes you there. Can't you feel that heat baking, that midday sun baking? You've got these little figures here, crouched down, covered up, their garments shielding them from the sun, trying to create as low a profile as possible. You've got the cart with the donkey here and a man coming out of this fortress. It is a great take you there kind of picture. You can imagine what it feels like to be there, imagine what it smells like to be there. It is a visceral painting in that way, and one of the easiest, most common ways for me to connect to a painting is to be able to put myself there. Can I put myself in the scene, in the landscape? It's hard for me to put myself in a Titian painting of a mythological scene, or a Renaissance painting of the Madonna and Child, or St. John the Baptist. That's why I don't connect with Renaissance painting the way I do with this kind of painting, where I can so clearly imagine myself pulling this cart, walking through that doorway, huddled up against that wall, feeling that heat bake on me. Now, another great thing about this painting, and come up real close here, look at all of the colors in this painting. Look at the purples he uses, look at the pinks, the blues, the different subtle, very light, these are soft palette, soft colors, low key. This is not real at high tone, glossy. Staying here for a minute, it's not that bold, bright color. It's soft. It's almost a pastel like color. And if you get up close and you look at the paint handling, and one thing I tell people when they go to museums, get up close. Don't touch anything, obviously, but it's your job to get up close and look at how the paint is moved around the canvas. This very reminiscent to me of Claude Monet, and I think the reason is, and Tanner and Monet would have been rough contemporaries, so this is not something he would have learned from Claude Monet, but this, I believe, is done with a wet on wet style. This is oil on canvas, so he's painting wet oil on top of wet oil, and it creates this baked effect. It gives it not a heavy impasto where there are big chunks of paint on the canvas, big globs, although there is some buildup over here, but it's a layering, it's a spackling, and that comes, I believe, from the application of wet paint on wet paint. Just a marvelous baked, broiling, sizzling midday Tangiers picture here. A great picture, an example of an artist taking you there. One of the best, Henry Ossawa Tanner.